oh, look at me before I got married. Oh. See how I fine, see how my body fresh. And the moment I got into marriage, everything has changed. It is International Women's Week this week, and a lot of women have come out to talk about their experiences in marriages, in relationships, and it is a lot. It has been a lot. I saw a video this morning just before I came out for my training, and I broke down in tears. I broke down in tears. Okay, so if you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Amarachi Eyinda, or Mrs. Eyinda. A lot of you know me to post cooking recipes. I just come out here to show you the beautiful part of family life and all of that. So yeah, nothing too much. If you're a new subscriber, you're welcome to our channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, you all are the real MVP. Thank you for always coming back. So quickly, I don't want this video to be long or anything. So I was talking about the video I saw. It is about our very own. She's a YouTuber like us, and she's Prudence. This lady came out this morning to talk about her marriage because she had been divorced in the UK. She went back to Nigeria, and right now she's just about to tell her parents about the news and that she wants her dowry to be returned. She's no longer interested in the marriage. Guess what, guys? They are not taking it well at all. And the part that interests me is her affirmation to herself. Like, she constantly told them that this is my life. I am the one going through this. You cannot tell me how to react. You cannot tell me to stay there. And some person, I think it's her auntie, that has just, you know, she was in the background. She was just showing her face. But the auntie was saying that her case is not yet a worst case. How many of us know this woman? If you know this woman, she is Minister Osinachi. I'm sure many of us are familiar with that name. You know the song, Ekueme, Ekueme. You know that song? Yeah, she sang that song. Guess what? This lady has passed on because she was married. Now, I don't want to go into that detail and anything like that before some persons will come to say, oh, if you have God, if you're a Christian, then if you're religious, then your marriage would last and all of that. So I just said this lady to be, you know, in front of our hearts, just as we reflect on this journey, as we reflect on the things that are happening. If you go on Instagram, there's also a lady that has come out to talk about her experience with her ex. Like, she has stayed there from her, I think, 20s or 30s, and now she's in her 40s. She's come out to say a lot. While a lot of us cannot come out to Instagram to write under that comment, it's just because we have personal experiences like that. People around us that we know are going through that similar case, and it is our responsibility. Everyone is involved. If you're married, if you're single, if you're about to get married, I mean, this video is for you. This reminds me a lot about Esther in the book of Esther, when Mordecai was telling Esther that do not think because you're in the palace that you will be spared. If anything would happen to the Jews, you will be affected. So right now you think, okay, I'm in a happy marriage, I don't need to talk about this. But what if one day you wake up and you hear that your sister has been murdered, or your sister has been, you know, or your sister has passed on, or it could be anybody. And our parents are not doing well at all. I must say that here. Our parents are not doing well. Yes, they believe in marriages. Yes, they believe in the fact that you should stay married and all of that. When you come out to tell them that, okay, these are the challenges I'm facing when it comes to my home, when it comes to the man, when it comes to the relationship, they have little or no advice to give. And it is sickening. It is, I don't know, it is so sad, because there is this thing a lot of parents would tell, especially African parents, would tell their children that once they get married, especially females, once you get married, you're not coming back to this house. Listen, and listen good. If you're a girl watching this video and you're about to get married, or you're considering, you know, getting married later on, you need to communicate with the man that you're about to say yes to, the man that you want to do life with. The reason I'm saying that is because there are certain things you will talk about that will give you a full picture of who that man is, so that tomorrow you would not say you weren't aware. Now, I will say this. I am someone that believes in marriage. I am a strong believer of marriage. I got married really early, and this same thing I'm saying now, I have applied it. Okay, so I had to move from there because there was a man mowing the lawn. The noise was unbearable. And I think this is a better ambience. This is a better view. And I needed to take that walk because I was getting overly emotional. And yeah, so about the conversations that you should have before you say yes to that person. One of them is to sit down with your partner and listen to topics concerning domestic violence and just hear what they have to say. Now, let me tell you something. There is one thing that my husband said that stirred the yes in me. So usually what we did when we were dating was to have conversations upon conversations upon conversations. I was bombarding him with questions because I didn't want to make any mistakes and I wanted to tick all the boxes. So how would you even know that this is the right person? I engaged him in different conversations, and on one occasion he said something, and that was when we were talking about what would you do if your daughter gets into a marriage and then she calls one day and says her man has hit her, or it's not the first time, or something about what will happen if his daughter, which will be our daughter in future, calls us one day and then say they're experiencing domestic violence. What will he do? And he looked at me. In that moment, I didn't know what to expect. But even me being a bit, I was trying to negotiate that question. He sternly looked at me and then he said this. He said, the day he hits her first, that is the day she comes back home. And I was like, wait, what? He said, yes. If my daughter calls me now and says her husband has slapped her, that day she's coming back home. And I asked him why. And then he went on to explain a lot of things, which, this whole video would not contain the explanation. But this was his line of thought then. He said, that would be not meeting the marital requirements, not following through the vows that they had taken on their wedding day. That would be him changing to be another person, which is falsehood, and which, the whole marriage has been tampered with. How would my daughter look at him tomorrow? She'll be scared, she would never be free, and she would never remain the same person again. And that took me aback. It was different from what I have heard all my life. It was different from what I've heard a lot of African parents tell their children. The usual, when you get married, you're not coming back to this house. Now, no one is asking if you have enough space or accommodation for your child. But let me tell you what the girl child wants. Let me tell you what women want right now. Women want you to just give them that covering, to tell them that if something goes wrong, you are there for them. I don't think any of us want to go back to the village to stay now if something goes wrong. Do you understand what I'm saying? But the fact that they already know that there is no way their father will accept that they are coming back home or coming back to tell them that their marriage is not working, they rather die there. They rather die in that marriage. A lot of women have died and nothing changed. And let me tell you this painful truth. Nothing is going to still change moving forward. The only person that has the power to do something, it is you. It is you in that place that you're not supposed to be. It is you in that situation that is not giving you joy anymore. And there is another set of people that I will address in this video. Those are the people that make women that have left their home feel like they're missing out on something. When maybe one of your friends have left the marriage because domestic violence or exploitation, or it's not just what she knew, or it's not just, the marriage she walked into freely. It has changed. Everything has changed. Everywhere is now dark and gloomy. Those set of people would then start making it seem like, oh, my husband now bought me this bag. My husband did this for me. My husband did that for me. You are wrong. And let me tell you, if you're a woman that you are doing that right now to anybody around you, God will judge you. Yes. Because what other thing can I say to you? I can't even say nothing. Because you know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing, and you need to stop. This is not one beauty video where I'm coming out to tell you review of this or that, but I am pained to my bone. Every day I sit down and I imagine, oh my God, when I scroll through social media, I'm like, what if I'm the one going through this? How would I react? It gives me this deep reflection. It gives me this, I just feel uneasy. And sometimes I just go back to my husband again to like, okay, look at what's happening. Look at what I'm seeing. Is this how you guys are? Why will men do that? He'll be like, chill. Because I'm at that point, so that I don't transfer the whole aggression to him, I kind of engage in conversations that will allow me to let it all out. Every year, during this International Women's Week, I just reflect alone, silently, in my room, wherever I find myself. But this year's International Women's Week, I don't want to do it alone. I want you to do it with me. We need to do it together. We need to talk about this together. We need to review the standards that we have set for our children. Parents, I need you to listen to this. I am a parent, and I know that it will not be the same. What our parents did before that we feel they failed us, we shouldn't do it to our children. And I am not saying that, oh, divorce is the answer. I'm not saying that, oh, you should separate from your man the moment something goes wrong. Oh, it is for better, for worse. But I want you to understand that there are times when you need to choose yourself first. You need to choose yourself. This conversation can never be exhausted. There are so many dimensions. There are places we need to enter. But we as a society need to stop all of the shaming. We need to stop all of the shaming, like women that have left their homes. Why is it that when a man wakes up one morning and says he wants a second wife, nobody says anything about it? But the moment a woman says that she's had enough of this ill treatment, it becomes a problem. Does that not tell you that something is wrong? Yes, our society is broken. Our society is broken. And guess what? Religion has contributed 100% to this chaos, to this crisis, to this mistreatment, to this nonsense that is happening. And I am saying this unapologetically. If you're a leader, if you are in a place where people listen to you and you speak, and you are giving unfair judgment, you already know that the same judgment, the same unfair judgment will be meted to you. The Bible said that. And we don't need to deceive ourselves any longer. God, I am pained. We are used to, let's keep quiet. Let nobody know. Okay, just na so it be, just manage them. I am never going to be that person that will tell you, na so it be, just manage them. And that is why I will come out here to tell you that before you get married, you should know who you're getting married to. And knowing the person you're getting married to doesn't necessarily mean that you need to date for a long period of time. No. What do you talk about in these few months that you have left? What do you talk about? Do you just go there, you cook spaghetti, you cook indomie, you carry your bag, you go out, you go clubbing, you do all of that? You have a good time, and that's it? As time goes on, I'll gradually try to bring my husband into this conversation so that the men watching me will not come out to think that I am anti-marriage or I am someone that's coming to say women should stand up against their men. No. No. My husband advised a lot of people. But the fact that the woman or the man was brave enough to come out to say, okay, this is what we're going through. You need to talk. You need to speak up. You need to say something is going wrong. You don't need to just cover people. A lot of us got it wrong. The moment we saw the bad signs, the red flags, we started covering it. We started making people, a lot of people are, oh, submissive wife and all of that. And then out of the blue, you then come out to say you've been abused for 11 years. How will people even understand? How will people look at it? So you don't blame people when they begin to ask a lot of questions about domestic violence and why you still stay there and why you did not leave. These are the reasons. And you need to find yourself every single day. Like when you wake up in the morning, I know you have kids. I know you have your husband to tend to. I know you have family chores and all of that. You keep looking out for people. Do you ever look out for yourself? A lot of us, we slowly forget who we are. And then you take your phone and you're looking at your old pictures. Oh, look at me before I got married. Oh. See how I fine. See how my body fresh. And the moment I got into marriage, everything has changed. It shouldn't be so. It should not be so. And I want you to find yourself again. Pick up the paint. Pick up the brush. Color your life again. Do not let the same thing happening to you this year happen to you next year. This topic about women being ill-treated in marriages and the society just pushing it to the side, men saying, oh, it's okay for a man to have more than one wife and all of that. After all, it's not in the man's nature to stay with one woman and all of that. You see, this topic, it is personal. And I need all of us to take it as personal as it is. Do not wave it to the side. Do not wave it to the side. It could be you tomorrow. It could be your sister. It could be your friend. You need to let people know where you stand. As much as I am married, happily married, I will not stop talking about this. I will not shrink myself. I will not keep quiet for someone to think that I am applauding the wrong that is going on in the society. And if no one thinks that there is anything wrong with it, it's your own cup of tea. But know this and know this very clearly. Women are going through a lot. And this International Women's Week, I want you to know that you matter. Do not listen to that voice that is telling you to stay back there. A lot of people have passed on. Some didn't make it to social media. Some didn't make it to the light of day. Some didn't even allow their family know about it. Their husbands have moved on. They've covered it up till this very minute. But do not be that person. If Minister Osinachi was still alive, maybe this topic would have been so heavy for me to even come out to talk about. But that is a minister of, God. That is a minister of, that is someone that we all know was deeply spiritual, religious. This woman, when she starts singing, the presence of God comes down. How much more you that is still a bit lukewarm, and you think that, angels will come from heaven and just lift you up from there. You need to look for someone and you confide in them. I think this video is now very long. I don't want it to get longer than it is. This is a call to action. All hands needs to be on deck. Encourage a sister that you know that is going through domestic violence. Encourage them to get up. Encourage them to speak up, to find justice. Go to court. Go to court and air your views. Speak up. Do not keep quiet. Do not keep quiet. And I think that this is it. This is it. I am done, staying in the background. I said that this year when I started. It should be a lot of things mixed together. Parenting, marriage, relationships, all of that. It will be like this moving forward. There is no going back. We all need to stand up. We all need to speak up. And as you do so, I pray that God gives you the courage that you need. I pray that God gives you the strength that you need, the people that you need to help you speak up. And when you finally do, I hope that your voice will be heard. Thank you all for watching this video. Leave a comment. Tag the people that you think should see this video. And come back for a video like this. I need you all to support this YouTube. It is now a call to action. And so I am taking it upon myself, maybe weekly, to come out here to check on us. How are we doing? How has the week been? Kind of like come out to reflect together with you, my sisters. And don't forget, you are the prize. No one else but you.